So today we are going to discuss one of the most important topic, that is thin layer chromatography. Thin layer chromatography. Now it is very clear to all of you that what we mean by the chromatography and what is the main use of the chromatography. So it is a separation and identification techniques and classified into different types depending upon the nature of the stationary as well as the mobile phase. So if column is used as a stationary one, it is known as the column chromatography. If paper is used as a stationary one, it is known as the paper chromatography. If the thin layer of adsorbents is used as a stationary phase, it is known as the thin layer chromatography. In the same way, gas liquid chromatography, gas solid chromatography, ion exchange chromatography. So different types of chromatographic techniques are classified according to the nature of the stationary and the mobile phase used. So this is one of the most important technique having certain advantages over the another techniques. Say column maybe of paper or the different one. So every technique of chromatographic separation is having its own importance, its own uses as compared to the other chromatographic technique. Easily one can compare here paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography. Paper chromatography and thin layer chromatography. So in thin layer, as the word indicates the meaning, that is thin layer of adsorbent. Over the thin layer of adsorbent, solutes or analytes are added. You can say spotted over the thin layer and allowed to run over the stationary phase. What is the exact technique of thin layer chromatography? What are the advantages of thin layer chromatography over other chromatographic techniques? What are the applications of thin layer chromatography? What are the different techniques for the preparation of thin layer as a stationary phase? What is the principle involved behind the thin layer? So these are the points which are very important here to learn. So thin layer chromatography is one of the very simple, routine or fastest or easiest, least expensive chromatographic technique used for both qualitative as well as quantitative analysis of the various compounds. Just a minute. So thin layer chromatographic technique is used for qualitative and quantitative analysis, even though it has the importance in quantitative analysis. Such quantitative analysis which is not possible with the help of the paper chromatographic technique. So quantitative analysis, so this technique is more useful for quantitative analysis. This technique is more useful for the fluorescent substances. We'll see detail what are the advantages, what are the applications of the thin layer chromatography. So again, thin layer chromatography technique where the substances are get distributed in between again in two phases. So what is the principle? The principle behind thin layer chromatography is that when the substance is applied and these substances are get distributed in between the two phases, that is one is a stationary one, that is a thin layer of adsorbent, while the other is the mobile one, that is the solvents used which carries the solute along the stationary phase and according to their partition coefficient or adsorptivity, particularly in case of TLC technique where the adsorption phenomenon takes place. So in TLC, the substances are get distributed or say adsorbed adsorb over the stationary phase according to their adsorptivity. According to their adsorptivity, the substances are get adsorbed and get separated out. So again, it requires mobile phase. Again, the different types of the solvents you can use as a mobile phase. Adsorbents for the preparation of thin layer. Different types of the adsorbents are also available. So again, the choice of the stationary phase, that is adsorbents, as well as the selection of mobile phase, that is the developing solvents, again depends upon the type of the analysis, depends upon the nature of the analytes, etc., etc. So it requires mobile phase, it requires stationary phase, which is prepared from the different adsorbents and coated over a glass plate or the plastic plates or aluminum plate or aluminum foil. Again, we'll see the detail how the stationary, that is the thin layer plates, are prepared. So analysis is performed on the flat surface, that is the stationary one, under the atmospheric pressure and room temperature. So this is the very simple technique which needs stationary phase, a mobile phase, samples, and then according to the adsorptivity of the substance, they retain over the stationary phase. And again, the procedure is same, that after the complete development of chromatogram, find out the spots. If the samples are colored one, so there is no need to use the visualizing reagent. If the sample are colorless, say for example the amino acids, again we need to spray it with some spraying reagent, that is the ninhydrin solution. Identify the location of the spots, measure the distance from the baseline, calculate the RF value, retardation factor. So paper chromatography as well as the thin layer chromatographic techniques, their experimental details mostly same except their stationary phase. In paper itself is a stationary one, whereas in thin layer we need to prepare a thin layer of the adsorbents. So according to the adsorptivity, the components are get separated out in thin layer chromatography. So this technique is useful even for non-volatile or low volatility substances. For polar substances, for non-polar substances, for ionic substances. This technique is also useful for fluorescent substances. If you want to see the sample on the stationary phase, if you are performing it with paper chromatography, so it is very difficult to fluorescence the substance on the paper. But if you take the same analysis, if we conduct the analysis with the help of TLC, then over the layer of adsorbents, the fluorescence phenomena, or we can absorb the fluorescent substances very easily under the UV cabinet, UV chamber. So many advantages, or this technique is mostly advantages for quantitative analysis. So in pharmaceuticals, in clinical chemistry, cosmetology, in food analysis, environmental analysis, organic, inorganic substances, biological fluids, so many different types of the substances can be analyzed. So these are analyzed by thin layer chromatography. So if you see the experimental details, so again, stationary phase, mobile phase, stationary phase, coated over the plate. In our routine practical, separation and identification of amino acids by thin layer chromatography. So again, requirement is samples, mobile phase. Mobile phase again may be of single solvent, that is isocratic. If it is a mixture of different solvents, it is a gradient one. So preparation of sample, preparation of the mobile phase, and preparation of the thin layer of the adsorbent, that is the stationary phase. So generally glass plates are used. Over the glass plate, pour the slurry of adsorbent. Again, there are different methods how to prepare the thin layer plate. So there are different techniques: pouring technique, dipping technique, spreading technique. So it requires slurry. It requires to prepare the slurry of adsorbent with some suitable solvent. Then prepare the plate. Keep it for activation, that is for drying in a oven at 100 degrees Celsius for 1 hour, is known as the activation of plate. Then again cool it, apply the spots over the baseline, dip the plate in a solvent chamber, run it up to 2/3 portion of the chromatogram, remove it, dry it, and find out the locations of the spots and calculate the RF value. So this is again very simple method, same as to that of the paper chromatography. So calculation of RF factor, calculation of Rx factor. So these are again very common, same to that of paper chromatography. You can see here the plate, solvent level, start line, baseline, different types of the samples spotted, and the solvent front. And then we can calculate the RF and Rx